The last one that they did, they were like, all right, let's take team photos. Let's take team photos. All right, so-and-so's team, they have like 10, 15 people. Oh, XYZ's team. Oh, Joe's team. Where's Joe's team? And I was the only one. There was no Joe's team. And I don't want to show up, man. I'm getting reamed and all this good stuff. And Andrew drove me. He said, you got to come to this Fast Start school. Now, I didn't want to go. And so I went. And there was a guy there that, Ricky. And how many of you guys know the story in the Bible? I'm totally going to butcher it, but it's the woman that is sick, that bleeds, and she's like not allowed to be in the public. And she says, man, if I can just touch the hem of his garment, I can be healed. And I remember that. And I'm like, man, if I can just like touch Ricky's like blazer, man, maybe something will wear off of me and I can be healed. And I saw my opportunity. I didn't want to go. I had this like feeling in my stomach, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go anyways. And so I pull my chair up to Ricky, and I go on for like a minute of saying like all this like random stuff. And he goes, so what's your question? And I said, man, what would you tell an FA in your base shop that's been there for 4 years? Like, I'm asking for a friend. Like, how would you coach an FA that's been in your base shop for forever? And he said, you got to shorten the goal and be consistent. He said, just go get one. Don't worry about getting 10, just go get one. And he said, you got to figure out who you are and just work every single day. And it's crazy because it may not seem like a lot. At that moment, it changed my life. And why you got to go to that big event? Because you don't know if it's going to be a conversation with Ricky. You don't know if it's going to be George. You don't know if it's going to be Rodolfo. You don't know if it's going to be Mancino. You don't know who it's going to be. But it's one conversation that literally changes your life. It's one conversation that literally changes your life. And I made a decision on that day that I was going to work extremely hard. I was going to work like crazy. And before that, guys, I was 26 business partners. That conversation was in August. Oh, I'm sorry. I was at probably like 15 for the year. Made a decision I was going to work. I stayed consistent. I was prospecting, praying and prospecting, praying and prospecting. I get 2-4 business partners and they don't do anything. They quit. How many of you guys have had somebody quit on you before? Just blink if you had people quit on you before. They quit. I keep on grinding. Guys, I get another 4 business partners. I'll never forget. I had 5 guests at a BOM and I was juiced. I was like, man, I've been grinding. Like I've been hustling and they're all going to code. And none of them get started. None of them get started. And the next morning, I remember waking up where the 4 years prior, the 3 years prior, I would throw in the towel and I would throw a pity party. How many of you guys have had something not go your way and then you throw in the towel and you say, woe is me? You say, woe is me. You don't show up. You show up to the office at 11 a.m. instead of 8 o'clock and you throw a pity party. Listen, all those smiles. You all know what I'm talking about. Guys, I remember waking up and I said, I want something different. I want something different. And you in 2022, you got to want something different. Waking up 3 years prior, I would have thrown in the towel. I said, it's different. I continue to grind. What's crazy is 5 out of those 5 out of those 5 people, 3 of them coded up next week, the following week. And if it wasn't for that moment, I legit, if I didn't like make a decision that was going to work regardless, they wouldn't have gotten started. And this is October, grinding. I'm praying and prospecting. Guys, I'll never forget it takes 90 days for you to have an explosion in your business when using social media. It takes 90 days. Guys, I bring aboard a couple named Ben and Lorraine, and I went from doing 26 business partners the entire year to the very next month bringing aboard this couple. They do 25s in their first 30 days. And it was the first time I ever had something like that happen. And then, so 25 business partners in the first 30 days. Boom. The next year, guys, I went from doing 60 business partners as a non-MD for an entire year, only hitting President's Club once in 2019. To the next year, we did 330 business partners all year round. We didn't do less than 25 like all year. And that was 2020. And then in 2021, we were halfway through the year. I was an MD or a non-MD for 6 months. We were the #1 non-MD out of WTP, out of Allianz, out of Cornerstone, out of Nobility as a non-MD. And I'll take you on that progression. Guys, when we went through it, so the first point 1 is affirmations. You got to have your shot and you got to call it. When I had that conversation with Ricky, I picked one thing. I said, I'm going to find somebody that does 25 in their first 30 days. And I was saying it nonstop. I looked like a crazy person. You should have saw the looks that I got. My wife was in the office. She thought I was crazy. She thought I was crazy. I was the only person on my team saying I'm going to do 25 people in the first 30 days. First month, oh yeah, nothing happens. Second month, oh yeah, nothing happens. Third month, boom, find a couple that goes and does it. And so find an affirmation, pick it. If it's MD, you got to pick MD. And you got to have that driving force, and you got to say it no matter what. And you can't be up one day, you can't be out one day. You got to have that affirmations, and you got to be consistent. So have a target. Second, affirmations. Guys, you have to say, picking every single day, like, hey, today's the day I find my flag carrier. Today's the day I find my running mate. Today's the day I find my tight end. You got to say that over and over again until you believe it. And you got to say it nonstop. Today's the day I find my flag carrier. Today's the day I find my tight end. Today's the day I find my running mate. I'm going to find somebody that does 25 in their first 30 days. And you got to obsess about it. And the third thing, most important thing, is consistency. There's 2 books that changed my life. The first one, well, there's a ton of books that changed my life, but the first book that you guys have to read in the next 30 days is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Atomic Habits by James Clear. That book is insane. I probably read it 7 times in the last year. I'm obsessed with that book. He talks about there's something called the Valley of Disappointment. Most people think that when they make a decision that they want to grow, that it's like a linear, boom, they're just going to improve. What most people don't understand is when they make a decision, it usually dips first, and then they progress and have an exponential growth over time. Most people quit when they don't see the results right away, whether it's fitness, whether it's relationships, whether it's business, whether it's personal development. Most people quit in the valley of disappointment. And that is the most important part, because it takes 90 days for you to see an explosion in your business. It takes 90 days. And so when got 4 directs, make it through. It takes 90 days for you to have an explosion in your business. In 2020, I did 2 directs, 4 directs, boom. First month I ever did 8 directs. Guys, in 2020, I did 60 business partners all year. The year before that, I only did 28. I did 28 business partners, 60 business partners in 2020. We were the #1 on the West Coast. I don't have my trophy, but I got a dope little Heisman thing, or Super Bowl trophy that sold me the dream. I said, Mama, I made it. I was on like had my face on like one of the thing. If you guys were on the digital one, I forget which event it was, 2020 Vision or whatnot, but it sold me the dream, man. It was cool. I was the #1 on the West Coast. Second year, last year, we did 45 directs in the first 6 months. Then we did 33 directs after that. My wife and I, we did 78 directs in 2021. This year, we're already at 4 directs. We have it mapped out where we'll go get 120 directs this year, making a $250,000, running a $1 million point base shop. And I'll show you the formula, but there's simple formulas you got to keep in mind. So what I'm going to show you only works if you're personally developing, reading the book of the month, and showing up to advanced trainings. You have to be reading the book of the month. It only works if you're personally developing. 2, you got to be clear, and you can't miss a day. You cannot miss a day. Magic formula is 100 messages a day. That's a magic formula. 100 messages a day. And it takes 90 days. I don't want to hear first month you might get a direct. Second month you might get 2 directs. Boom. Third month you'll get 10 to 20 directs. I don't want to hear any complaints in the first month or second month saying, Joe, it doesn't work. No, it takes 90 days. You can go ask Erica. I got that from Erica Del Toro. But you go ask Matt and Sheena. They just were talking about it takes 90 days using social media. Second thing, what I would obsess about is 2 to 5 prospects a day and 2 to 5 on the webinar a day. It is that simple. You don't have to think, oh, I got to go get 10, 20 prospects in a day. For a guy like me, when I'm starting out, I can't do 10, 20 prospects. Who thinks like 10, 20 prospects intimidates them? Be honest. Who thinks 10, 20 prospects intimidates them? But can you get 2? Does two new brand new names and numbers intimidate anybody on this call? Probably not. 2 to 5 on the webinar a day, 2 to 5 prospects a day. If I were you, what I would obsess about and what my wife and I obsess about is captains. Guys, Tuesday night and Saturday morning, you have the in-person, but you're telling me Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you guys are doing webinars like Zoom? Guys, if you had 2 a day, 2 in person, 2 on Saturday, and then 2 on the webinar. That's 14 for the week. Excuse me. It's not COVID, I promise. That's 14 for the week. Guys, 14 that's a direct a week. A direct a week gets you 4 to 5 directs a month. That's 52 directs for the year. 52 directs 3 years in a row will make you $250,000 in that 3rd year. Del Toro's did it. Gaetan's did it. Rodolfo did it. 50 directs 3 years in a row gets you to $250,000. And so I would obsess about 2 to 5 prospects a day. This is what's crazy. You look at today, I got a direct before we hopped on the call. I said I got to come through for the Diaz's, make sure I get a direct before I hop on the call. But already for the week, I have 10 guests booked. I have 4 tomorrow, and I had 6 today. I already got 1 code. I already got someone to start. 10, 3, 1, the numbers are real. So what helps me think is, hey, 2 to 5 prospects a day, 2 to 5 on the webinar a day. If I get 10 for the week, I'm for sure going to get 1 direct. Guys, it's nothing crazy. All of you on this call have probably had 2 guests on the webinar at least once, right? Just wave at me if you had 2 guests invited to the webinar. You can do that every day. And so it's consistency, but 2, also it's math. So now I know I got to go get another 6 more for tomorrow. I got to go book 10 more for me to get another direct. And if you want more directs, all you have to do is increase your urgency. Are you guys tracking with me? Does this make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
100 messages a day for 90 days. And I'm just going to show you, guys, what I do. It's really simple. I'll make sure the Diaz's, they have the codes and whatnot, or the messages. There's 2 apps you need to get before we get started. The first one, this is all Apple. Guys, if it's Android, go get yourself an Apple. This is Apple. I don't know what it is on Android, but on Apple, it's something called recent numbers. It's called recent numbers, and it tracks. I'll just show you right now. And it tracks your contacts. And so I would recommend getting a spreadsheet, or talk to the Diaz's what they would recommend in terms of a tracking system. For me, guys, I don't even use a spreadsheet, which is absolutely crazy. I use recent numbers. In recent numbers, literally, it tells you the dates that you got the new number. It tells you the dates. And so, like for today, I went and I got 4 prospects all on social media. I got 4 prospects. Yesterday, I know 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 prospects again. The day before, I only got 2. Or I got again 4 the day before, 2 the day before that, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th, 5 on the 5th. Boom. So you can start to track how many prospects you're getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Get this. It's all social media. All social media. I recommend going in person. I'm lazy. Forgive me. I'm lazy when it comes to stuff in person. I used to pound the pavement all the time, taking the trains everywhere because I didn't have a car, shaking hands, all that good stuff. Social media like Zoom made me lazy when it came to prospecting, but it's effective. So that's the first app. The second app that you have to get is called Crisp. Hold on. It's called Crisp. This allows you to have all your scripts in one area, in one sector. So I have all my Facebook, boom, I have my video, boom, I have this, I have all my, boom, Instagram. I have all my Instagram scripts on there. Last chance, in case somebody doesn't get booked. I forget, I think I got lazy after this part and I just put my script. So I remember where they are, but also get videos. Talk to the Diaz's about what videos to have. Talk to hey, what scripts should they have saved? And so this is called Crisp. Make sure you download it. I think it's $2. Android, I think I unfortunately do know what it is. I think it's Lazy Board on Android. And so that's what I do. Have those 2. They're going to help you track. So I prefer Facebook because Facebook, you can target the city that people are in. You can target your local office. I prefer in person versus Zoom. Zoom is great because it allows us to connect and do all this stuff, but I prefer in person. If you have a local office, build local. There's nothing like being in person. And so you go to Facebook and you go to groups. What I would do is I would do the city of El Paso chats, or like I do city of Louisville. That's a Louisville, a city right next to Carrollton. I go to DFW Teachers Lounge. I know Alan was a former, a former educator or whatnot. I want to go find a Alan, and I want an Alan on my team. Or you can go to DFW Pickup. I want people that are athletes. Find whatever is a hobby of yours and go to that group that's local to your office. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to go to members. You're going to go to see all. And members with things in common. Boom. And you're going to start to build out your friend list. And you're going to add them. Does anybody have any questions on any of this so far?
When you're in the office, you guys can just yell to the mic.
No, cool. Now, I'm sorry, before we do this, I would recommend also having Facebook just be a prospecting tool. You guys all have Instagram, yes?
Yes.
I would use Instagram for friends and family and clients and prospecting. I would use Facebook just strictly prospecting. Don't add PHP people. Don't add people from whatever. I would literally just add prospects. And I would have it be your tool, because this tool can go make you a lot of money. This tool can go make you a lot of money. I see Adon, he has a question.
Yes, the question, and I don't know if you're gonna get to it, but what's the profile that you have? Like, is it family oriented? Is it sports oriented? Is it faith oriented?
Yeah.
What would be like if you can give us like one tip on how to actually have that profile, like for better responses?
Yeah, great question. I keep it super simple. There's other people that do the attraction marketing. I focus on three things. One, you want to post about business. You want to have professionalism in there in your profile. You want to be family oriented, and you want to have a lifestyle. And you can just cycle through those. So first one, business, family, lifestyle. On my profile is nothing crazy. He tagged me, didn't even notice. I have business. Boom, that's family. More family. A business, lifestyle, business, family. I just got married 6 months ago, as you can tell, but like lifestyle, business, lifestyle, nothing crazy. And so I would say be relevant. If you want, I would, there's Alyssa Sika, they do great on like branding in terms of that. I just want to be relevant. I just want to post consistently, so that way I don't have a crazy brand or a crazy strategy. I would just post once a week if I were you. I would just post once a week and show your face. Nobody wants to see quotes. We get it. You're inspired. They don't want to see all that. And so focus on like business, family, lifestyle, and cycle through those. If you want to add content, I would post like PHP stuff, like post certain things and whatnot. But come up with a strategy and do that. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Some people say you want to attract and do all that. I get that. I'm all about the ground and pound, and I want people to show that I'm real, see that I'm real. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you very much.
Does anybody have any questions on like posting, what to post? I see Michael.
Yes. So my question is that for someone that has not done social media prospecting whatsoever. What are some things and some advice that you would say for someone that just barely got started with social media prospecting, and some things that they should expect when they do social media prospecting?
Yeah. So do you have a social media page?
Oh, yes.
Perfect. So in terms of prospecting, I'll get to that. I'll show you guys the scripting in just a second. And I would say, like, one, just post your regular stuff. I'll go into scripting and what to expect and like how to respond to certain people and stuff like that. And so
Cool.
it's super important though. I want you guys to be able to find people. Most people don't send messages, not because they don't know how, not because they don't have the scripts, but it's because they don't have people to message. And so if you master finding people, you're going to be able to master sending the message. Because sending the message is easy. I can train my, 7-year-old niece how to send a message. It's harder to find people. And so after you guys go into youth groups, you start to add people. This is where you go. You go to friends, you go to your friends, and then you sort it. And you go newest to oldest. And I'm going to scroll down to where I left off on sending my messages.
Where did you go to start?
See, all those people, guys, that I just scrolled past, I can message. So if I wanted to, I could go send 300 DMs tonight because I had a lot of people. Forgive me. And so let me go. Starting it off, I'm going to send, hey, Ryan, you look sharp. I help run a business in Carrollton with my wife. I'm curious, what is it you do for work? If you have a significant other, always throw your significant other in there. Always. Even if they're not super active in the business, you want your significant other to be there because it limits sometimes weird people messaging weird things. Ladies get it. Guys even get it. Trust me, if you haven't gotten hit on by another dudes, it'll happen. It'll happen. And so you'll send.
Hey, can you show that part right there, like what you're doing? Joseph, if you don't mind.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Oh, so this is the Chris.
So check this out.
Check this out, guys.
I send the message. I click on this. It's a part of the keyboard. And so I don't have to type out the message. And by downloading Crisp, you get blocked less. Boom. And so it happens quicker. And so that's the message I would send. I don't change it one bit. I do not change it one bit. And you go and send a lot. And so let me show you some of the responses that you get. So I say, hey, Sam, you look sharp. I help run a business. I'm curious, what does you do for work? What's going on? I'm in the mortgage business, banker. What business are you and your wife in? I said, oh, awesome. We help families make and save money. The reason I ask is because we're always looking for good people to fill positions. Total shot in the dark, but are you at all keeping your work options open? He said no. I'm going to say thank you for your time. God bless. Super important, guys. When someone tells you no, just thank them for their time, even if they're rude. You don't want to get into a battle. I'll tell you one time, there was a guy in Sacramento, and forgive me, he got into a pissing contest with a guy on social media. That guy sat on the board of insurance in Sacramento for all of California. I shouldn't even tell you this. Andrew Gaines gets a call the next day saying, hey, this guy found out who Andrew Gaines was, saying, hey, you got to control your prospects. So you don't know who you're messaging. You have no idea who you're messaging. So when someone says no, say thank you for your time. Don't try to fight them. Go message someone new. Go. Awesome. I said right on, and we're in the financial industry. Boom. He might send someone my way. Who knows? Perfect. Y'all like, man, he's gotten rejected quite a few times. I'll show you the 4 prospects that I got in like less than 20 minutes. So I'll show you start to finish. Hey, Marcus, you look sharp. I help run a business with my wife. I'm super curious. What is it you do for work? I bartend. Oh, awesome. The reason I ask is because we're always looking for good people to fill positions. Total shot in the dark. Are you at all keeping your work options open? What do the positions entail? So after this, guys, after that message, you're going to either get a yes, you're going to get a no, or you're going to get a what is it? If it's a no, what do you tell them?
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for
God
your time.
bless.
Thank you for your time. God bless. Have a good one. Or if they say yes or they say what is it, doesn't matter which one, you're going to send this message. So we do marketing for Fortune 100 financial companies. We help families make and save money. Guys, that's super important. You're direct, but you're vague at the same time. So often people are like, oh, well, what's the number? Oh, give me your number. And it's like, no, they need to know, because even if you seem trustworthy and everything, they're still wondering in the back of their mind, is this guy legit? Is this guy legit? Who is this person? Why are they messaging me? And so I found, and I literally worked on this for months in 2019. Boom, I tell them what it is. Answer their question that's in the back of their mind. I say, if you're open, we could hop on a quick call so I could go over details and hear more about your story and see if there's a fit. I can't promise anything, but what time today or tomorrow would work best for you? If you're open, so imagine this, you're like throwing them the ball in basketball. You're giving them the ball, saying, hey, if you're open, we could hop on a quick call so I could go over details and see if there's a fit. I can't promise anything. That's you taking the ball away. I say I can't promise anything to every single prospect like 5 different times, all the time. Takeaways. And then you're assumptive. And so you answer the question that's in the back of their mind. You give them the illusion like they're in control. Then you do a takeaway. You take back control, and then you're assumptive in the close. Tomorrow afternoon is good. Boom, great. This is my cell. What's the best number to reach you at? So you're assumptive, you book a time. I found that when you book a time first, the likelihood of them giving you their number skyrockets. So you book a time. Then I say, hey, you always want to give your cell number first. Always give your cell number first. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've never had anybody harass me or do anything. People are like, oh, well, why are you giving your number out first? You want them to give you their number, like, so give them your number first. Like, come on now. Don't be stingy with your number. Give them your number. Boom. Then they give you theirs. Super, super important. I leverage videos all the time. GoPro, another book you should read. He talks about the if I would you. Boom. I say, awesome. In the meantime, if I were to send you a video of who we are and what we do, would you watch it? If he says no, then I'm like, all right, bro, like, if you're not going to watch a video, like, I'm not going to spend time with you. 98% of the time, they say yes. Boom. Then I send them Patrick's 4 steps to create wealth. Start to finish, that's what I do. And I'll show you again. So Marcus, let me see here. This was a guy. Same thing. I say, hey, Corey, I help run a business. I'm curious, what is it you do for work? Boom, CDL. Oh, awesome. The reason I asked is because we're always looking for good people to fill positions. Total shot in the dark. Are you at all keeping your work options open? I am, sort of. What's you and your wife's business? Boom. Same script. Sounds very interesting. Friday, great. What's the best number to reach you at? Boom. He gave me his number. Following up with him Friday.
Simple.
Simple. I don't change anything. So this guy Drew. Hey, I help run a business in Carrollton with my wife. I'm curious, what does he do for work? Boom. In college baseball. Oh, awesome. I don't change anything. Always open to opportunities. It's in the same script. Boom. What would the position entail? I said, that's what the call is for. My cell is this. What's the best number to reach you at? Boom. Gives me his number. Again, I send the video because I want to filter. This guy said he's not open. So he just saved me a ton of time. Patrick Bet David, a video that he has almost 1 million views that he did a year ago, literally saved me 15, 20 minutes of my time. How many of you guys want to save more time?
Yes.
Send videos. How many of you guys feel sometimes that like, oh my gosh, if they would have just saw the webinar, if they would have just sat down one-on-one, they would have gotten started. How many of you guys have ever felt that before?
Yep.
It is not true. It is a lie. They would not have gotten started. Send the video. But that's a prospect that I got. Let's see if I can find. I know I got 4 more tonight. Sending a lot. You don't know. Here we go. Check this out. Same thing. Hey, you look sharp. I help run a business. Right now, I'll tell you guys, I don't read so much of what they say because when you're sending hundreds and hundreds of messages, it becomes a lot to take in. And so I'm just going to skim through what they said. I say, oh, awesome. The reason I asked, again, same script. Yes, I definitely am. Boom. Let's change that for sure. Same script. Boom. Watch the video. That's simple. Last one I'll show you guys and I'll show you the direct that I got today. See, this guy wasn't interested. This guy coded up today before we hopped on. So Ryan, you look sharp. I help run a business with my wife, same script. Currently help desk IT for the County of San Diego employees. Guessing you saw me through a softball page. LOL. I said, oh, awesome. And you popped up on my suggestion friend list. I have no idea how I found Homeboy. I just sent him a message. I found him. Boom. The reason I asked is because we're always looking to fill positions. Depends. What's the pay scale? How many of you guys get what's the pay scale? Is it commission? Is it entrepreneur? What's the salary? What's the hourly rate? Shoot, more than you're making, bro. You're making $10 at McDonald's. Come on now.
More than you're making, bro.
Whatever. Yep. More than you're making now, bro. Quit asking foolish questions. I send the same script. I don't even answer their question. I don't even answer his question. I'm available today. Great. Awesome. Same script. Don't change a thing. This is what 4 directs, same exact script, 4 directs, all Facebook this month using this. And so that's Facebook. When someone's going through, it's super important. You want to add a lot of people at the beginning to build up the pipe. After you add people, you can also go in and add friends of friends. So he doesn't have any friends there. You see your Clint. And again, all these people are within an hour radius of our office in Carrollton. This guy, he coded up tonight on the webinar. He's going to be in the office tomorrow for BOA. All social media, all Zoom. You can go in and you can start to add friends of friends to build out the people that you're connecting. And so that's Facebook. I recommend also, listen, a lot of recommendations, 5 to 10 on Facebook, 5 to 10 on Instagram. And so I'll show you Instagram next in just a second. Does anybody have any questions on Facebook before I slide over to Instagram? And then I'll show you a call that we got from Patrick that has literally changed the game for my wife and I. Does anybody have any questions on Facebook?
Actually, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So when you're prospecting on Facebook, do you always add the person first, then message them? Or is it just more of like you just sending messages?
I would recommend adding them first because you know that spam folder that you have that you don't check?
Uh-huh.
Majority of the time, that's where your message goes. And so less people see it. Add them first. Be their friend first. Good question. Anybody else have any questions before I go over?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Can you go over again how this Crisp app ties into your messaging?
Yeah, I can. So you download it. Crisp saves the script. And so sometimes when people copy and paste, the social media will flag it. And so Crisp is a lot like if I were to just send a Y and hit send. That's what Crisp is like. And so it eliminates the ability for you to get blocked. If that makes sense.
Why?
E. Wow.
And so, Chris, it also saves you time. I used to type out every single message so I wouldn't get blocked. Chris just saves you time so you don't have to go back and forth between copy and paste. It saves all your scripts for you. And so it's faster, you save time, and you get blocked out of the accounts less. Is that helpful, Ricardo?
Thank you. Yes.
Sure, it's there.
Any other questions? We can, of course, come back. No questions. Cool. So let me go over to Instagram. Instagram's a little different. I like Instagram. Instagram, I found I convert quicker than I do on Facebook. But the only downside to Instagram that I've found is that they're all over the place. And so I'm literally licensed in 27 different states because of Instagram. And so I want a local team. I want local builders. So I'm going to show you. This is what I do on Instagram. Now, if I find any of you sliding into my boy Gary V's DMs, I'm gonna come after you. Okay? I'm kidding.
So don't mess with Gary.
What I do is I go to influencers page, preferably around entrepreneurship, and I go to the comments inside that page. Now, Instagram, it takes a lot of patience because, say, for example, you click on this guy, he might be in a different country. I don't know. I'm going to like 3 of his photos, and then I'm going to send him a different message. Crisp, I don't have to go copy and paste. It's already in there. And I've been sending this message for a very long time. Instagram is different. You guys all get those crypto people or the people that are just like, hello, hey, how's it going? You ignore those. You don't want to be one of those crypto people. And so I say, hey, Kyle, I hope you're doing well. I saw one of your comments on Gary V's post. You can pick a different celebrity, whatever it is. You've got a great page. The reason I'm reaching out is I help run a company that is doing some crazy expansion nationally. And this could be a total shot in the dark. But I was curious to see if you're open for an entrepreneurial venture inside the financial industry. Instagram, you got to be direct. Facebook, it's a little warmer of a relationship, even though you don't know them. It's a little warmer. If you come straight out saying, hey, you keeping your options open, people are like, oh, wow, that's the only reason why this guy added me or this gal added me. Instagram, you have to do it because if you say, hey, I'm curious, what is it you do for work? They're like, why is this person messaging? And so you got to be direct and tell them why it is that you're messaging.
Is there a reason?
Boom. I'm going to like 3 of his photos. I've messaged this guy. Last time I did in June, I'll send him another one. Because why not? Hasn't seen the last 2, might see the 3rd one. Boom. I like 3 of their photos. Go in there. Crisp is already set up. I say, Hamburg, you look sharp. Same thing. I'm also going to just do a little fire emoji to her account. Little simple, little thing, but it I don't know, I think it boosts it or it helps them get another notification. I'll see if this person is local. Nope, 7,000 miles away. See, this person is also in, excuse me, a different place, but I'm going to like some of their photos because they may like me or follow me back. I'm not going to follow them. And I wouldn't recommend following people because unless they code up, then you follow them. You don't follow them if they don't code up because it messes with your ratio. Oh, and I'm sorry. Again, my ratio, like my profile, nothing crazy. Same thing, whatever I post on Facebook, I post on here. And I would post 1 time a week, at least. If somebody's telling you more, if like your MDs are telling you more, then I would for sure do more. Post more. I would say at least once a week. Boom. I'm gonna send boom.
Watch a good what?
Any anime fans on the call? I know there's some guys in the okay. I respect it. Naruto, I watched Naruto in 2001 episode, and that's my thing on anime. That's all that I know. And so, guys, it's literally this simple. Now, Instagram takes more weeks to transfer. Like it takes longer consistency, but it literally is this simple. All I do is send 100 messages a day, at least, probably now more. All I do is send 100 messages a day. And so let me show you a girl that coded up, and I literally send this same script. She got a direct today as well. I say, hey, I hope you're doing well. Saw one of your comments on Gary Vee's. You've got a great page. The reason I'm reaching out is I help run a company that's doing some crazy expansion nationally. This could be a total shot in the dark, but I was curious to see if you're open for an entrepreneurial venture inside the financial industry. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am open to hearing what you have to offer and look forward to connecting. Same script, guys. Nothing changed. I'm very creative, right? Boom. I can jump on a call now if you're free. I'd love to hear more. That's great. My cell is this. What's the best number to reach you at? Boom.
It's the number.
Just putting the kids, I'm free. I don't remember what happened. Oh, one moment. I'm usually in Texas. Yeah, I didn't send the video this time. Oh, actually I did. Boom. I remember seeing this guy before. That took a long time. I remember seeing the guy before. Patrick is doing all the heavy lifting for me. It seems we keep messing each other. Boom. Yeah, he's our CEO. Thanks for sending come across 2 takeaways. I know she's serious. She gave me her 2 takeaways. Boom. She hops on a webinar. And what was dope is she actually reached back out to me to code up. How many of you guys want prospects reaching out to you to code up?
Yep.
Guys, you stay consistent. This is going to happen. Excuse me. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. And so, guys, it is literally that simple. Oh, let me see if I can. Please tell me more. Boom. I send the same thing. And so, nothing crazy. Does anybody have any questions on Instagram before I show you guys the phone call that Patrick gave us? That's literally been a game changer.
I do.
The phone call.
I was just wondering, do you post anything specific like on your stories or anything like that? Like towards
I need to. I don't. You should. You should. You probably want to post. Matt Sapala says 15 times a day on that. I really do. You should though. I'm a bad example. That's something I need to improve.
Okay.
Shoot, and I'm about to go get 120 without doing all that stuff. So I'm gonna improve that. I'm gonna improve that. Anybody else have any questions on this?
That's awesome.
So start to finish. So going through this, pop back and forth. Go to Facebook. Go to Instagram. Let me respond to these to see if we can get a prospect live. Oh, awesome. It literally is meant to be quick. But I don't change a thing. Perfect. And so sometimes if people don't respond, I'll say, hey, the reason I asked is because I'm looking for good people to fill positions. Total shot in the dark, are you keeping your work options open? He said yes. Boom. So we'll see. And so that's the script. Facebook, go into groups, add a lot of people. Instagram, find a social media influencer that you like, preferably in entrepreneurship. Go into comments and DM them. That's what I have in terms of social media. You guys have the books. I can show you the phone call. This is the only phone call that we use. Matt Sapala got it from Patrick. And I think it was at the MD. Actually, it was before the MD. kickoff. So give me one more second here. This is the script in the phone call that I use. Literally haven't changed a thing. I would obsess with this. This is probably my favorite script of all time. In all of PHP, this is my favorite script, hands down. And it eliminates a lot of the questions that you get. Every single code, we've gotten 12 directs in the last like two weeks, like 21 days, roughly, all from this script. All from this script. We got this in December. And you're making the phone call. Great. You connected with them on social media. So-and-so, hey, great to meet you. I'm super curious. What's your background? I know we connected on social media. Tell me about yourself. Married, kids, what's your background? Oh yeah, so I do XYZ, married, kids. Awesome. How was 2021 for you, at least financially? Oh, it was good. It could have been a lot better. That's what you'll get half the time. It was good. It could have been a lot better. Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. Really, how many decisions were removed due to money? Man, a lot were. Right? What do you think needs to change in 2022? Man, I got to get a better job. I got to make a change. I got to do something different. And have you gotten clear about what you want? You can honestly tie those two together. Have you gotten clear about what you want? Yeah, man, I want financial freedom. Would you like a possible solution for that? Yes, I would. Tell me why. Tell me why. Why do you want to change? I like to ask, why today? Why not 6 months from now? Why not 2 years from now? Why today? Why are you willing to make a decision today? I'm pre-closing them. I'm closing them on the front end. Why are you looking to make a decision today? Haven't even talked about the business, haven't shown them anything. They have the video, maybe they watched it, maybe they haven't. Why are you looking to make a decision today as opposed to 2-3 years from now? Because I'm not getting any younger, because I'm 35 years old. I don't want to look back at 25 and, or I don't want to be 45 looking back at 35 saying I wish I would have done something different. Great. I can't promise anything. Tonight at 7 or 6. When do you guys do your webinar? What time do you guys do your webinar?
So we have in person at 7 and then Zoom at 8.
Zoom at 8. So you guys, tonight at 8 o'clock, I'm hosting a Zoom webinar where we're going to run through a little bit more about the mission and the vision of the company. I can't promise anything, but if I were to get you a seat, could you for sure clear your schedule? I'm hosting an event at my office in El Paso where we're covering a little bit more about the mission and the vision of the company. I can't promise anything, but if I were to get you a seat, could you for sure clear your schedule to be with us? Have posture. Have posture with this thing, guys. Like, you have a goal. Own it. Don't be timid. They're not going to show if you're timid. Be over posture. Like, listen, I can't promise anything. Like, could you for sure be there? And if they say maybe, doesn't count. If they say I can try, doesn't count. And if you try to put it down, that just tells tells us you're scared to prospect. Guys, do you think with already I don't even know how many prospects, I'm not worried if someone tells me no, because I'm going to go, I have 10 other prospects to go get. Like all these guys on social media, I think I just got rejected twice, not necessarily. I got rejected twice out of 3 messages. Top 25 every week. And so you got it, boom. Look, 2 out of 3 said no. 2 out of 3 said no. And so literally when you start to prospect, you stop worrying, you stop trying to convince people. You stop trying to convince people because you know the value that you have. And so I would obsess with this. I'm super curious. Does somebody want to role play with me real quick? Somebody that says, hey, I want to go get 5 directs in the next week. Does someone want to role play this script with me and book me for the webinar for tomorrow night? Book me for the in-person Zoom.
Yeah, I will.
Come over here, Michael. You want to? That way you're
Participators are money makers.
That is true.
So,
No,
Participators
yes.
are money makers. Who am I speaking with?
I'm Michael Dennis.
Michael, great to meet you.
Awesome. So is it Joseph or Joseph?
Joseph is fine.
Okay, Joseph. Hello, this is Joseph.
Yes, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. I don't know if you recall, but we actually got connected through social media a couple hours ago.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember.
Okay, awesome. I was just giving you a call because you mentioned that you would keep your options open to new opportunities. I just want to see if that's still the case.
Absolutely.
So, give me a little bit of background about yourself, man. I see that you recently got married. How's that going?
Loving it, man. Honeymoon phase will never end. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely. Well, congratulations on your marriage. And just a quick question for you. I guess how was your 2021 for you, at least financially?
It was good, man. It could have for sure been a lot better though.
All right. And then in what regards could it have been better?
I could have done more. I made 75 grand, but I know I could have made 180.
Okay, definitely. So I guess a lot of those decisions were based off of money.
Yeah, it was I guess some were. Yeah.
Okay, definitely. So, what do you think has to change in this year, 2022?
I gotta do more overtime. I gotta make more money for my kids.
Okay, definitely. So I guess what are some financial goals? Have you gotten clear on what you want this year?
Yeah, I for sure want to have 50 grand in savings. That would be nice.
Okay, definitely. Is what you were currently doing last year getting you closer to where you want to be?
Uh, not at this rate, no.
Okay. So if I were to be able to find you a solution, is that something that you'd be open to?
Yes, it is.
Okay, definitely. So, basically, we're going to have an overview tomorrow with one of the main brokers here in my office. That's to talk about the vision of where we're going as a company. And her time is very busy, but if I could schedule her for 7 p.m., is that something you'd be able to make it to?
Yes, it is.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm going to put you down. Do you have something your wife's with so I can give you my office address?
I do have a pen and paper.
All right, awesome. So my
Guys,
address
give-
is.
Give
sorry.
Michael some love. Way to go, man. Way to go. Way to go. No, stay here. Stay here. Guys, very big deal in front of 30 plus people. I don't even know how many you guys have in the office. Very big deal. Way to go. Michael, are you open to feedback that can take
Yes.
you from a 4 to a 6?
Sure.
And a lot of you guys, just so you know, Michael, you gotta walk tall, man, because out of 31 people, you're the only person that does it. Participators are money maker. What promotion are you gonna hit this month?
This month's marketing director.
MD, you're wrapping it up?
Yes, sir.
I love it, man. What do you have left? What do you have left?
So at this point, I need 32 more recruits. I need 34 more apps, and I need 76,000 points.
Do you have the license agents and the
So I
structure?
have the licensed agents. I just don't have the structure. I need a 2 FAs or a direct director.
Listen, go get 7 FAs. You go promote 7 FAs. Boom, easy money.
Okay.
So when you're calling, Michael, I would hop on the phone with more posture. I would say, Michael, we connected on social media. Tell me, man, what's your background? What's your story?
Okay.
If it's 2 hours ago, I'm still keeping my options open. I would say, hey, I would avoid saying, hey, are you still keeping your options open? I would say,
Okay.
hey, are you keeping your work options open? Yes, I am. Great. What's your background? What's your story? Awesome. And how was 2021 for you, at least financially? Be firmer. And this goes for a lot of people on the call. A lot of people are going to be passive. Be firmer on the phone. You have goal. You have goal. Also, like, think about this. If you were interviewing somebody for like a job, imagine you were a manager, or imagine job interviews that you've gone through and how like a standard that they hold. I remember in my interview at PF Chang's, I told them that I didn't want to work Sundays, and the dude started to get up and said, "Oh, well, I'm sorry, like we can't hire you." And I was like, "Wait, no, I need the job. Sit back down, please, I'll work Sundays." And I'm like, dude, if this guy at PF Chang's who's hiring a 19-year-old kid for $10 an hour can get up in an interview, like you can show up with some like cojones on the call, like own it, baby. Own it. And that's to everybody. That's to everybody. And so, Michael, we'll go through it again, and we'll go through it one more time, but show up with some confidence, baby. Like own it. You're a freaking champion. You're about to be a marketing leader. So call me again.
So what was the thing that you said the after just like what's your what was the in between thing? What's your history? What's your background? Or like
Yeah, say tell me, man, what's your background? What's your story?
okay, what's your background? What's your story?
What's your story? And you can figure out your wording in there. You can say, hey, tell me about yourself.
Whatever posture goes.
What's your story?
It's posture. Your confidence.
And say, great, how was 2021 for you, at least financially?
Great. How was your job?
Okay.
That tweak, posture, and then last thing here, I don't want to give you too much to chew on, is ask me why. Why am I keeping my options open? Or like, why would I want a solution? Ask
Okay.
them why. So you got this, bro. Show up with posture, baby. I'm want to work with you. You have gold. I'm stuck in my job. I'm not going to be financially free. You have the key to my financial freedom, and you got to help me see that. So show up with some confidence, baby.
So Joseph, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. So we got connected through Facebook, a couple hours, and how's life going for you so far? I just saw that you just got recently married with your wife. How's that?
It's awesome, man. Things are really good.
Well, congratulations, man. That's awesome. I'm super excited for you. So, what's your background? What's your story?
I've worked at Home Depot for the last couple of years. Obviously just got married, and we need to make more money for sure.
Okay, so how was 2021 for you, at least financially?
Wasn't terrible, but it could have for sure been better.
Okay, definitely. So how many decisions were, removed or related to money? Sorry. So how many decisions were related to money?
Man, a lot of decisions were removed because of money.
Oh, okay, definitely. So, what do you think needs to change for this 2022 to make things different, brother?
I for sure need to get in a better spot financially, for sure.
Okay, do you need a better spot financially? So I guess have you gotten clear about what you have to do to get to a better spot financially?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, would you like a possible solution for you to get closer to? All right, why?
Because I need 2022 to be better than 2021.
Okay, well, definitely. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, Joseph, I can't promise you anything. My time gets very busy. But obviously, there's the time. Okay, and then
Close me. Keep going.
All right. So I can't promise you anything, Joseph. But I mean, at the end of the day, there's an overview that talks about the vision and direction where we're going as a company. It's going to be at 7 p.m. at my office. If I book you down for 7 p.m., is that something that you definitely will be able to make it to?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. So do you have something to write with so I can give you my office address?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Guys, give Michael some love. Way to go, man. Such a big stinking deal. Such a big deal. And so that's literally it. We can open up for Q&A if anybody has any questions. I would just say go send 100 messages a day. Obsess about 2 to 5 prospects a day, 2 to 5 on the webinar. Say your affirmations, call your shot, stick with it, sell out to being a flag carrier. You guys don't realize what you're working with. So it's crazy. Like working with the Diaz's guys, they go run a million point. They're going to run a million point base shop again. Your hierarchy is about to explode. And you guys can go get a $200,000 bonus. You can go get a $25,000 bonus. Like sell me the dream, baby. Like we're going to get 103,000 bonus this year, my wife and I, in December. But so yeah, that's it for the training. I hope it was helpful. Does anybody have any questions before we rock and roll and you guys go send 100 DMs tonight?
Love it. Anybody have any questions here in the office? Or any questions on Zoom?
Listen, you guys are solid. It is meant to be easy. Go send me a DM when you send your 100 messages on Instagram. Go send me a DM. Book is Atomic Habits. I want to know when you read this book. And I also want you to know when you read this book as well, The Game of Numbers by Nick Murray. Game of Numbers. Book is like $70 on Amazon. 100% worth it. The guy was in the industry for 43 years, and he talks about the number one thing you should be doing is prospecting. If you want to go be a killer prospector, and this guy has been in the industry for 43 years, like mutual funds. Go get this book. Go get Atomic Habits. Let's go have a freaking killer. We're going to whoop up on you guys all day. Nobility gang all day. We're coming for the #1 net VP. Love you guys, and I will see you guys very soon. Let me know.
Yes.
Message
Thank
me.
you so much, Joseph. Guys, give it up.
Joseph.
Unmute yourself.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your, by the way, taking time from your schedule. So thank you. Awesome, guys. Listen, just real quick. By the way, everything. How did you guys took some value today?
Yeah.
That was
Like you're like, man, that was so good. In there,
You
you know, guys. I've been actually using this.